Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back. Welcome back. Got another vocal tutorial. Highly requested. Lil Peep on the song Nasty Names. So if you want to sound like Lil Peep, here's how you do it. Let's jump into it. All right, first I'll play you the original song in case you're not familiar with it, so you can hear what mix we're going for.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
All right, cool. Now I'll play you my mix so we can hear how I mixed it.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
All right, and now I'll play you the raw vocals so you can hear what we started with.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
All right, cool. Now we'll start one by one, show you how to get that Lil Peep sound. So first things first, auto tune. I got low male, B minor. I got the retune speed of 10, and everything else is 0. To get that tune sound that he has. So let's hear that.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
All right, and now next thing we got Fab Filter Pro Q3. A little bit of EQ here. So I did a low cut, 12 dB per octave slope, up to about 105 hertz. And then I also got a low shelf of about almost 4 dBs that goes up to 323. Then right here we got 1.75 dB cut at 562, 3.37 dB cut at 840. At 1140, I took out 1.75 dB-ish. At 1713, I took out 3.74. At 2709, I took out 3.5 dBs, and then I did a high shelf for some brightness of 1.5 dB or so at about 1660. So let's hear that.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
All right, then for my first compressor, you guessed it, CLA 76. Got the bluey setting, ratio of 4, release is 7, attack is at 2.58. There's the input and output, but just make sure that you're getting the same amount of gain reduction as me, because like I always say, if you're coming in way hotter or way quieter into the compressor at this stage and you copy the settings with the input and output, you're going to get a different amount of compression. So do the same attack, release, and ratio, but change the input so that the needle matches what my needle says. So watch that.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place.
Yeah, so you can see at the most we're at like 3 dBs of gain reduction. I usually slam the 76 a little harder, but this vocal, it feels like it was recorded with an outboard compressor or something. It's already pretty compressed and crunchy coming in, so I didn't need to do as much. Then we went into the Waves CLA 2A. I got the high frequency knob set to 100. I always do that. Peak reduction and gain, just like I said on the last compressor, it depends on your gain staging. So what you want to do is watch the needle and try to get as much gain reduction as I'm getting here.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place.
So you see it's riding between like 2 and 3 dBs of gain reduction. Then we go into the Slate Digital Fresh Air. This needed a lot. So we got the midder at 36 and the higher at 13 to get that brightness.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
Alright, word. Then I went into the Plug-in Alliance, the Mag EQ4. Let's see what I did here. I got the Air Band at 40K, giving it 5 dBs. It's a lot. But it needed that top end, and that is all I did. And then on the trim level, I just turned it down by 1.5 dBs to compensate for the gain that we added. But yeah, let's hear it.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place.
Alright, then the next up, we got Fab Filter, Saturn 2. Multi-band saturation here. I got 3 bands. The first band goes up to 164, 165-ish dBs. We got warm tube. The drive is at 0. The dynamics is at 0.020, and the mix knob is at 51.39%. Then the mid-range band, which goes from 165 up to about 3K. We got warm tube with a 0% drive. This time the dynamics is 0.16, and the mix is at 34.5%. And then for our top end, from 3K up, we got gentle saturation with a 16.5% drive. No dynamics this time, but the mix is at 25%. And then we just pulled the output gain down by 1.82 overall gain to compensate for the level we added. So let's hear our saturation.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
Then Waves MV2. 9.4 on the low level compression, which is upward compression, turning the lower parts up. And then we got a little bit of high level or traditional compression, just negative 1.1. And then the output is also negative 1.1 to compensate for the volume that we added with it. So let's hear this compression.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names.
Cool. Then I did one more plugin. I did one more Fab Filter Pro Q3. I had some frequencies I needed to kind of notch out a little bit here. They got probably added from all the saturation I did. I just wanted one last time to balance the vocal. So you can see here, I got a dB.5 cut at 254. I got a little narrow cut at about 1117 of 2 dBs. I got a dynamic cut of 1.33 dBs at about 1900, pretty wide though. And then another dynamic cut, this time much bigger and more narrow. This is at 3800 and it's of 6.33 dBs. But as you watch on those dynamic ones, they react to the source. So they're not always getting taken out, only when there's, a great amount of that energy in those frequency areas. And you'll see that as we play it here.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names.
So yeah, that's it for the main chain. Then I just got 2 sends here. My first one is at negative 8.5. It's a Valhalla reverb, the Valhalla vintage verb. I was flipping through presets and I came across the Aerial Hall. I'm pretty sure they use the exact same plugin and setting for the song. It sounds incredibly identical. But anyways, here's all the settings. I tweaked them a little bit, 30 millisecond pre-delay, decay time 3.31. You could see everything here if you want to copy it exactly. It's just a bright, big hall reverb. But then after that, I needed to do more EQ to the reverb. So I got the Fab Filter Pro Q3, put it in linear phase mode because it is on a send. And I just did a high cut, 48 decibel per octave slope here at about 11.7K. Just taking off that really bright stuff in the reverb. So let's hear this reverb.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place.
Yeah, so that's the main sound for the vocal chain here, is that reverb for sure. Then we just got one more send here at negative 19.9. Another reverb right here. I got the Waves H verb. I started with the warm plate setting. Pre-delay 29, build up is 0.082, size is all the way up at 2.0, reverb time 2.89. There's the EQ and all the settings that you want to copy. I might have done a little EQing and changing the time and the pre-delay and stuff, but everything else, I didn't touch. But it's all there if you want to copy it. Let's hear it.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
Alright, so there's the chain. Sounds really cool. Nice, interesting vocal. Now what I'll do is I will play you the raw vocal so one more time so we can hear what we started with.
I wanna play these games, say these nasty names.
that's what we started with, and then I'll show you what we turned it into. What I'll do is I'll A/B back and forth. I'll play the original and then switch back to my mix back and forth in real time, and we will start with the original.
I don't wanna play these games, saying these nasty names. I'm in a lonely place, I'm having lonely days.
So there you have it. That is how you sound like Lil Peep on Nasty Names. If you have any other artists or recommendations or anything, leave it in the comments. I'm always happy to do it if I can find the files. I was lucky enough to come across some Lil Peep stems. This was a fun one to do. Nice, interesting vocal. What else? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Name your firstborn child after me. Check my description. I got links to everything. I got all my other socials. Tap in with me. Say what's up. I also have my website down there. I can make you custom templates. If you were like, yo, I want to sound like this artist, I can use a recording of your current setup and I can make your vocals sound like that artist when you record with the microphone and setup that you record with at home. So let me know if you need some custom templates. I got mixing and mastering, production, you name it. I'm your guy for that. But anyways, guys, my name is Inswain with Inswain Audio. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Peace.